The little seed who dreamed big. Once upon a time, in a lush green meadow, there was a tiny seed named Sammy. Sammy was no ordinary seed, he had big dreams. While the other seeds around him were content to grow into simple plants, Sammy wanted to grow into the tallest, strongest tree in the entire meadow. He wanted to touch the sky and provide shade and shelter for all the animals and birds. But growing into a big tree wasn't easy. Sammy knew he had to learn how to grow, so he asked the wise old oak tree nearby for advice. The oak tree said, "To grow big and strong, you need 3 things: patience, hard work, and a willingness to learn." Sammy listened carefully and decided to follow the oak tree's advice. He planted himself firmly in the soil and began to soak up the sunlight and rain. At first, nothing happened. Days turned into weeks, and Sammy felt like giving up. But he remembered the oak tree's words, "Patience is key." So he waited. One day, Sammy felt a tiny sprout emerge from his shell. He was so excited. But as he grew taller, he faced new challenges. The wind blew hard, trying to knock him over. The weeds around him tried to steal his sunlight. Sammy felt scared and unsure, but he remembered the oak tree's second lesson: hard work is necessary. He pushed his roots deeper into the soil and stretched his leaves wider to catch the sun. As Sammy grew, he also learned from the world around him. He watched how the bees pollinated the flowers, how the worms enriched the soil, and how the birds built their nests. He realized that learning was just as important as patience and hard work. The more he learned, the stronger and wiser he became. Years passed, and Sammy grew into a magnificent tree. His branches reached high into the sky, and his roots were deep and strong. Animals came to rest under his shade, birds built nests in his branches, and children played around his trunk. Sammy had achieved his dream of becoming the tallest, strongest tree in the meadow. One day, a little acorn fell from Sammy's branches and landed in the soil below. The acorn looked up at Sammy and said, "I want to grow big and strong like you." "How did you do it?" Sammy smiled and said, "It takes patience, hard work, and a willingness to learn. But most of all, it takes believing in yourself and never giving up on your dreams." The little acorn nodded and planted itself firmly in the soil, ready to begin its own journey. And as the years went by, the meadow became filled with tall, strong trees, all because one little seed dared to dream big and never gave up.